Hello. So I made a live stream a little while ago saying I'm back, and that was pretty much it. I haven't been able to contribute anything more since then. And basically, it's how mixed up my life is at the moment that shows that shows how mixed up my life is at the moment. Where I am is a case of I'm petrified. Where I find myself now with life, given everything that I know of the past, and I've conditioned myself to behave towards life, the reality is really scary. What I mean by that is everything that I know of the past and everything that I know of conditioned of myself, with life presenting itself as it is, the initial reaction is to be petrified. Basically, what I'm going through is a case of I find myself in the smallest of studio flats. When I say smallest, it's a case of it's tiny. It's an absolutely tiny flat. And it shouldn't be designed for human beings. We shouldn't expect a human being to be able to find themselves in a position where they can live this way. I appreciate that some people can, and looking at my past, I see the time period of my early 20s when I would have been able to function in a place like this, but I was a lot more outgoing then, so I could take myself out and not be so dependent upon needing to just keep at home and rest at home. Sleep's also been taken from me, as well as finding myself in the world's tiniest studio flat. I haven't been sleeping. So all of these things really do make it scary how to function on a daily basis. But it's what I'm going through. And I'm depressed. If the depression's got to me for the first time, I can't keep it at an arm's distance away from me because of what I've just said. It's like, how can I find myself in that position of being in the world's smallest flat, without sleep, without other things, with more problems on my shoulders? How can I find myself in that position and be okay? I can't. But I'm trying. And what it's showing is, I know this doesn't make sense, it mustn't make sense. It's like, before, I had a lot more available to me for life, and for whatever reason that's been shut down since my admission to hospital at the turn of the year. And what I've been left with is a lot less, and I don't quite know how to live life with that lot lessness. you could say it's you're spoilt, Gabriel, and you don't know how to function in the same way as normal people. And it might be, but I wouldn't call it spoilt. I'd call it conditioned to a certain way of living, because what one person finds hard, another person can find easy. And what another person finds easy, another person can find hard. And I'm just finding this hard at the moment. And in honesty, I think a lot of people would find this hard. Unless you're blessed with a lot of activities to do there out there in the world, where you can get yourself up each day and take yourself away and not have to be so dependent upon space at home. It's going to be you're going to find this hard, what I'm going through. And that's basically it, you know. I'm finding it hard. I'm not doing well. I'm petrified of so many things on a daily basis. But I've got to find a different approach to it, and that is not to be worried. Not to be worried of a seemingly inevitable catastrophe. You know, that's the way it looks like from my position. It's like what I'm experiencing is only going to get worse. So I've got to ride it out. I've got to find out where things are going to get worse, where I'm worrying unnecessarily. But I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't know if I'm going to be going to hospital in the next few months because I can't deal with it, which is very likely. Or if I'm going to be able to rise above all my problems and ride it out and be truthful and honest with my problems as they present themselves to me, learn and grow from it. Or if it might look like a mixture of the two, like a short-term spell in hospital, because it's not fair what I'm being asked. It's not fair what I'm being asked to experience, and the way, the game to live, you know. You got to constantly see all the problems that lie before you, that should be problems and are likely to be problems, and not able to address them and just witness them as possible problems and let them pass. I don't know how it's going to go, but I've got to keep trying. If anything that's been made real is how hard life is. You say, Gabriel, what are you being so pessimistic for? How hard life is. You should rephrase that, make it how easy life is. But no, it's how hard life is. How hard life is for each and every one of us, and through the amazing means of what it means to be a human being, we're able to rise above our problems with relative ease and not witness how hard something is and not be aware of how hard something is that we're achieving with relative ease. And maybe I am being pessimistic because where I'm witnessing everything and how difficult it is for a human being to achieve, I'm unable to access the part of us where it's easy. I'm unable to at the moment. That's why I'm pessimistic. But you're right. A lot of the things that I'm witnessing are difficult for humans, that I'm complaining about, that I'm setting the tone on this level for, can also be easy. But you need the right set of circumstances for them to be easy. And at the moment, the circumstances aren't there for me. So I'm hesitant to set that tone again. Or try to see as I should push myself to make it easier for myself, if that's what's possible for human beings. But this is all what I'm going through at the moment. So anyway, I know I've waffled on and not made too much sense of late, but I have to allow myself the ability to express and not make sense sometimes. And if the person wants to hear, then they can hear. Alright, I wish you all a great weekend. Thank you for listening to my woes, and catch you again soon.